Did you know that in the past every pilot was required to take drugs, and pilots who refused were shooting their head? And how is this related to Hitler? Hello, this is the captain. Every child knows that if you drink you don't drive, and that drug use doesn't go well with the operation of mechanical equipment. But it used to not work that way. In fact, there was a time where fighter pilots were required to use drugs, and we are not talking about something light here. In 1936, the Nazi Air Force participated in the Spanish Civil War. It was an excellent opportunity to test the new fighters, and they was very good. But Hitler was not satisfied. He planned a new kind of war, the Blitzkrieg, a continuous and rolling attack that does not stop for a moment, even when the pilots get tired and need to sleep in order to function. To his aid came the pharmaceutical company Daimler, which developed a wonder pill called Didnt. She was invigorating, stimulating and sharpening. Hitler was happy, and all his pilots were given packets of Didnt. Shortly after the outbreak of World War II, they noticed in Germany that something strange was happening to the pilot. While they perform well in the battle, they get really weird and paranoid when they get back to the base. And that's not only because of the horror of the war, but because Didnt was made from another drug. You might have heard of it, crystal meth. Every pilot who ran out of pills became psychotic and tried to steal some from his friends, became violent and hallucinated. After the invasion of the Soviet Union, the demand for sorties doubled, and with it the demand for pilot drug. But the battle load was too big, and the entire Nazi Air Force switched to crazy doses of Didnt. As a result, Hitler pilots were either stoned or in severe withdrawal symptoms. Even the Nazi leader himself was addicted to this substance, and he used to receive it directly to the vein. Towards the end of the war, the story got complicated. Some British bombers went to attack factories in Germany. The British preferred to bomb at night rather than during the day to reduce the risk of being hit. The price was vulnerable accuracy. They would miss a lot or hit the wrong target. So it happened that instead of bombing a military infrastructure factory, the British dropped all the bombs on Daimler meth factory in Berlin. The entire Nazi army went into a crisis. They only had one supplier, and his biggest warehouse burned down with the factory. The fate was already inevitable at this point, but the Nazi defense was badly damaged. It's hard to fight that you are as stable as the average Yankee. The Americans tried to use their own meth agents, but went for hazardrin in limited quantities. The Russians didn't have to. A corps that showed a sign of fatigue would be accused of laziness and treason, what could have ended with a bullet to the head. Today such pilot drugs are not used, also because the mission times has shortened, combat teaching have been streamlined, and because, well, these are hard drugs.